Now get straight to, of course, Willice Ochieng, who's joining us live from Kisii County. Willice, will need to, of course, start again, and we need to know this particular pronunciation. Let me just begin from the very top. This is Thespian. Willice, how do we go about this word?
Now, Betty, for that word, what we should avoid is using the voiced sound the, just like in this. When we are pronouncing this word, especially that digraph. When I talk about a digraph, Betty, it's a combination of two letters representing one sound, just like now the T and H in that word. Now, you take the sounding th, just like in thin, thon, and you say 30, not 30. Now, for this word, you simply say thespian. Thespian, not thespian. Thespian, no. Thespian, yes.
All right, got you, Willice. I like that you said that.
Yes,
no,
it happens.
It affects, quite a number of
Yes.
people that,
It
All right.
happens.
Moving on to this other word, Willice. Injurious, Willice. How do we go about this one? This is something likely to cause harm.
Oh, Betty, now, one thing that I always explain to people who are keen on English that is standard and that is correct pronunciations, which are very, very important when it comes to serious communication like broadcasting, legal practice, when you talk about marketing, acting, and all that. Now, when you come to that word, the verb is injure, to injure. The noun is injury. But when you come to that adjective, you now don't say ja, you say ju. Injurious, not injurious. You avoid that and you say injurious.
Hey, okay, Willice, that's a whole surprise, injurious, because I would say because I would say injurious, but Willice, thank you for that. Injurious, that's a surprise.
You're welcome.
Willice, moving on to
Betty.
this other one. Okay, for me, I know this word as authorize. I don't know, I know that people say authorize. Talk to us about the correct pronunciation.
Now, authorize, no. Authorize, yes. Just like August, not August. The month of August. Now, you realize we have A and U, what we call a vowel digraph. Now, that is A combining with U to form the long sound O, August. Now, for this word also, you say authorize, not authorize. Authority, not authority. So, people innocently make such mistakes, Betty, when they lack proper guidance, which they can get on TV 47 every Friday night, Betty.
All right, Willice, thank you for that. All right, let's move on to, of course, the words that our lovely audience have asked you throughout the week. Willice, take it away.
Well, I'll begin with one, Matthias Carissa. Matthias Carissa, when you have that apostrophe after S to show possession, what we call a possessive noun, you just say Matthias, just like Jesus, or that is Jesus' name, in Jesus' name. But remember, if there is an S after that apostrophe, which is also acceptable in showing, ownership, you say Matthias says, Lizes. Don't say Lizes. Don't say that. So you add what we call an intrusive vowel sound, that is a, Lizes. Now, Matthias says, but with an S and apostrophe alone, you simply say, rate the way the name is. That is Matthias. Jesus' name, Moses, and all that, our brother. Now, we have the next person who is Dixon Nyaga, very, very regular here. Extirpate. Your first word is extirpate, to extirpate. That is when you destroy or, when you do away with something or somebody sometimes, extirpate. But your spelling was slightly wrong, which happens to anyone when we are texting or typing. Don't worry. It's extirpate, not extirpate. Extirpate. I, then R, not R, then I. Then your next word, you say plebiscite, a plebiscite. And you can also say plebiscite. Two acceptable pronunciations. Then we have one Victor Capcorius Moi. Victor has over 20 words for us with 6 pages. I think you are enlisting, I don't know whether the words that have always attracted you from which is which on TV 47, or you just chose to give us the phonetic transcriptions as carried in dictionaries, but let me pick some 6 words from you. You say rendezvous, rendezvous. You can also say rendezvous. Zealot, not zealot. Bury, not bury. Lieutenant, lieutenant. Debris, not debris. Debris. And lastly, genre, genre. If you check the phonetic transcriptions that you have used, those ones are from the IPA, which is International Phonetic Alphabet. Now we have Olga Nasike. You say brew, not brew. Grew, not grew. Then we have Simon Katana. You say journalist, a journalist. So and so is a journalist. Don't call them journalists. Journalist is like saying I'm going or I'm going for a journey. You go for a journey, and we have journalists. Wonderful men and women who keep us abreast of what happens latest in our society. Helen Samba, you say donkey, not donkey. Donkey may sound a bit, stylish, but please just say do, donkey. Then your second word, you say couple. Collins, Colimo Senior, pozzolanic, pozzolanic. Don't say pozzolanic, just like you say pizza, pizza, not pizza. Then your last word, dengue, dengue, just like dengue fever. Then we have Mutiso, the last person in that list, because the others, I'll cover your words next week. Be assured of that. Mutiso, Kerry, you say dowry, not dowry. Laundry, not laundry. Aliens, not aliens. So, get them right. Otherwise, for the viewers who are watching us at this moment and would like to test or try their tongues, this word is fairly long. Many people say miscellaneous. Miscellaneous? No. Please, you say miscellaneous. Miscellaneous. That is the way to pronounce this long word. And then we have words which really confuse people, and you get them only on this show. Error, a mistake. Error, that is the upper word. You say error. But the second one, you say era. That is a notable period of time or a remarkable period of time. An era, and then it is an error. So please get them right, because when you confuse them in serious communication, maybe it can mix up your audience who may not understand what exactly you are talking about. Now, our surprise word for tonight, dear viewers, is right here. Many people innocently say volcano from what their eyes see, or the spelling. Volcano, no. You say volcano. Volcano. You can see the phonetic transcription at the bottom of this word. Otherwise, if you have any word throughout the week, you can always send those words to me, or you send them to at Betty M. Kielo or at TV 47 News. But if you're sending to Willice, just send using my X handle, and that is at Willice Ochieng 1. At Willice Ochieng 1. Otherwise, Betty, as I take it back to you, there is something that is so good to me when we celebrate our achievers in this wonderful country called Kenya, just like Tufena Mudoni. Otherwise, back to you, my dear sister.
All right. Well, thank you so much. We celebrate you too, Willice. Thank you for the lesson tonight, of course. Always a pleasure having you here on the show. That one for Injurious, it's still a surprise for me, but we learn everything.
Injurious. To injure, injury, injurious.
Injurious it is, Willice. All right. Yes. Well, thank you so much. Willice, of course, is joining us live from Kisii County. And of course, like he mentioned, you can talk to him on his X handle at Willice Ochieng 1. And of course, you're going to be able to talk to him about the difficult pronunciations and so much more. All right. So we're going to call it a night here.